Alright, hello, citizens of the Nigelverse. It is Nigel here once again, and this is going to be another match review. We continue our look back at classic Wrestlemania matches, and not only this one, but the one I'm going to do later on this week are they kind of flow together, and they're definitely both classics in every sense of the word. Starting with this one though. It's WrestleMania 25. Shawn Michaels versus the Undertaker, or Mr. WrestleMania versus the WrestleMania Phenom. For starters, as always, I'm not a professional wrestling reviewer or analyst, just a man who enjoys good time. And good time is definitely an understatement because this match was phenomenal. Arguably one of the best WrestleMania matches is in the history of WrestleMania, and arguably one of the best matches of either man's career, or as a lot of people say, and definitely lived up to a lot of the hype, and it's kind of a twofold WrestleMania match in a lot of ways, which I'll get to. But without further ado, let's get right into it. For those of you who haven't seen these types of reviews from me before, for those of you who have, you know how this works. But for those of you who haven't, pretty much, well, first of all, welcome. But also, I'm going to be talking about what I liked and what I disliked about the match. And starting with what I liked, everything pretty much. But both men and really gave it their all. Really went back and forth. Or a lot of cool moments between the two. And a lot of exchange offense between the two. The story, I think, was very well done. And they brought up on commentary the fact that Undertaker hadn't beaten Shawn Michaels one-on-one up until this point. And spoiler, Undertaker finally does here. But just weaving that into the story, Shawn Michaels starting to grow desperate as he's trying to put away the Undertaker, even trying to get a count-out win, which normally would fall into would kind of be like a heel tactic, wanting to get the win by count out. But Shawn, who is face at this point, wanting to get the count out win, but it feeds into the narrative, not just the narrative of the match of Shawn trying to put away the Undertaker, to put away the streak and everything, but also something I'll talk about in a little bit. But pretty much all the factors made for a very exciting and interesting match, and both men really going back and forth, and a lot of times it seemed like anyone's game. Now, a lot of people probably could have predicted that Undertaker would walk out victorious. This is still when both men could go in a good match, and right when Undertaker it still seemed impossible for anyone to beat the Undertaker at WrestleMania, that the streak would never end, and there are some people who feel like the streak should have ended, or not should have ended, that shouldn't have ended it, but yeah. So this is when both men, not like in their absolute prime, but could still put on a really good match, and a good match they definitely delivered. Just so much about it is great. Even the entrances and the very symbolic entrance. Shawn Michaels coming down from like the top with the ramp, coming down from above, and then Undertaker coming up from the little elevator. No one tell Cody Rhodes, but very symbolic. Of course, Shawn Michaels descending from heaven, Undertaker coming up from hell. So the whole angel versus devil fight in that narrative, I think, was really well done and really made this match stand out. The entrances were well done, the match was well done, and including arguably one of the best, like almost streak ending moments where, or I shouldn't say almost streak ending, I guess false finish I'll consider it, because it was Undertaker who initiated it, where Undertaker nails the tombstone, does the pinfall, does the motion and everything, tongue out, like he always does, but Shawn powers out, and just the amount of like shock from the commentary, from the people in attendance, and this was like, wow, like even someone like me who already knows how the match ends, which this WrestleMania I actually watched a lot. I've at my grandma's house, but back when back when it first came out, I would watched it a lot live. It was me, my dad, I think my sister and my brother and my grandma. But yeah, but even watching it so many years later, or even knowing the outcome already, it still sent chills down my spine. And then Undertaker's face afterwards, it's like the face of like holy crap, almost like a face of panic. At that ad, I think is just so well done. Just about everything about this match is fantastic. If I did have to nitpick, something that what was supposed to be kind of an iconic WrestleMania moment, but kind of wasn't, was the dive onto the cameraman. Which, fun fact, that is actually Sim Snuka, aka Jimmy Snuka's son, and Deuce from Deuce and Domino, the tag team, even from back like in I think 04 or it might have been 06. They won the tag team titles. I used to watch them sometimes growing up, where they had like the '50s greaser gimmick. But anyway, yeah. So he was the cameraman. Undertaker landed on him, and a bit of a scary landing. Not gonna lie, I very scary landing, and it was pretty funny. It was pretty cool how Shawn like pushed the referee out of the way, then pulled the cameraman into the way. As obviously Undertaker was aiming for Shawn, but Shawn pulled the cameraman into the way. But Undertaker almost landed on his head. So what was supposed to be like a really cool moment like that almost got messed up. And if I remember correctly, Sim Snuka also got some heat for it after that. But yeah, but that's just a nitpick because it still is an iconic moment, just kind of for the wrong reason. But otherwise, fantastic match. And as I kind of alluded to, it helps set up for their rematch the next year at WrestleMania 26. Because from here, or I feel like we kind of start to see a darker side of Shawn. Shawn on later on in the year of 2009 would against his will kind of align himself with JBL, where he was asserting everything, which that's not really like a darker side, right? But it's kind of prelude to it. And then going so far as to kick his own friend in order to gain the WWE Championship. And then there's the thing at the Royal Rumble 2010 where Shawn really wanted to win the Rumble and eliminate Triple H. Shawn attacked Triple H a lot at that time. I'm even as a tag team as DX, which you wouldn't expect, but Shawn expecting unexpected around this time, and Shawn freaking out, then costing the Undertaker the Elimination Chamber and the World Championship. It pretty much that obsession with wanting to end the streak, and kind of reflecting on not being able to do it at WrestleMania 25, leading into the rematch at WrestleMania 26, which is going to be the next match that we cover, or his WrestleMania 26 as Shawn Michaels rematches The Undertaker. But yeah, it all stems from here. You can kind of see Shawn starting to panic, starting to be desperate a little bit, even in this match, and then it just leads to the story from there. And a great way to build to WrestleMania, the next WrestleMania, the rematch. I'd say probably better done than like The Rock versus John Cena, but but um, but surprising, kind of surprising how I almost didn't realize that's not the first time WWE's built towards a rematch of a previous WrestleMania's match. From like the very previous WrestleMania. Another example I could kind of give is maybe the matches between The Rock and Stone Cold, but those were like every other Mania, 15, 17, then 19. But yeah, so going from one year to the next, building up towards the rematch, it's kind of starting here and now in this match. I think is really well done and just makes this match even more special. But yeah, fantastic match. If you haven't already, check out this match. Even if you have, check it out again because it is fantastic and is definitely worth the rewatch. But what happens a year later when Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker face off again? You will find out when I review their match at WrestleMania 26. But nevertheless, as for this review, that is going to do it for for this review. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor. Like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, turn on post notifications so you know every time I upload a video so you can see as soon as it drops. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the match, your thoughts on my review of the match. Do you like, dislike the match, or did you like, dislike my review of the match? And also let me know in the comments between the match at WrestleMania 25 and then the rematch at WrestleMania 26. Which one do you think is the better Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels match? I guess we will find out when I review who that match next time I do the wrestling review. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace. Alright, hello, citizens of the Nigelverse. It is Nigel here once again, and this is going to be another match review. So, we conclude our look back at classic WrestleMania matches for the month of April, and this one is definitely another classic. The sequel to the match we looked at on Tuesday. I believe, no, it was Monday when I uploaded the video, but nevertheless, this is Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 26. This time, streak versus career. So, as always, I'm not professional wrestling reviewer or analyst, just a man who enjoys a good time. And just like with their match at WrestleMania 25, good time is an understatement here, because this match was also phenomenal and fantastic. As good as WrestleMania 25? Let's find out. So, pretty much right off the bat, what I liked about this match is pretty much everything. Once again, both these encounters with Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, not a thing wrong with them. Both fantastic, awesome matches. Definitely worth the watch. Both men really brought it. I'd say there's a lot more emotional stakes this time around, because this is in the midst of the build from Mania 25 to Mania 26, where Shawn Michaels is obsessed with the streak and ending the streak to the point where he's almost kind of alienated himself a bit. He's just like hell-bent, dead set on ending the Undertaker streak. The loss last year at WrestleMania been eating away at Shawn all year, and now he's gonna try to get his revenge and battle the Undertaker, trying everything he can do to get the match with the Undertaker. He tried going to the Royal Rumble, but he lost there. He got eliminated from the Rumble by Batista, which not really related to this match itself, but the boos that Batista got when Shawn Michaels got eliminated, that's some heat right there. And then they cheered really loud when Edge eliminated Batista in the 2010 Rumble. But then Shawn cost Undertaker the world title, the World Heavyweight Championship, at Elimination Chamber that year. So Undertaker said, if you want to fight me at WrestleMania, put your career on the line. And that's what Shawn did, and that's why we have the career versus streak match here. And the story leading up to this match and the match itself, both phenomenal. Absolute wonderful storytelling, and the emotion that's packed in, the desperation of Shawn Michaels, Undertaker looking like a beast, and of course at the end when Shawn does Undertaker's taunt, this thing, and then slaps the Undertaker. Undertaker loses it. It's probably one of the meanest tombstones ever to put away Shawn Michaels to keep the streak going. Shawn, of course, retiring right after this. He retired the night after on Raw. So yeah, perfect way for him to ride up in the sunset, having this amazing match with The Undertaker. And what I like about this one as well, this match in particular as well, is that unlike last year at WrestleMania 25, this match was the main event. The thing about WrestleMania 25, was that Shawn Michaels vs. Undertaker match the main event? No, they still had two matches after that. They still had the World Heavyweight... both the matches were the World title matches. There was the World Heavyweight Triple Threat as John Cena battled Edge and The Big Show for the title. And Triple H battled Randy Orton in the main event for the WWE Championship. Which Which, man, I feel bad for those five guys. I feel bad for Edge, John Cena, and Big Show. Oh, Triple H and Randy Orton, and they were pretty much like, oh, well, this was our match of the night. You two are still set to go on, so good luck. Spoiler alert, didn't quite live up to the hype, especially the main event, unfortunately, which um, which is sad because the story leading up to the main event of Triple H versus Randy Orton was way better than the match itself. Oh, but maybe that's a story for another time because it's probably a match I'm gonna cover at some point in the future. But yeah, just the story of that match did not match the match quality, which was sad. Um, but this time around they put Shawn Michaels and Undertaker as the main event, and put them in the main event, and definitely a good way to close out the show. Now, sometimes people, I'll put it like this way. I'll put it this way. A lot of people do feel like a world title match should close out the main event. Me, I'm inclined to agree most of the time. The only exception is if it's like a very high profile, like a very big stakes match. Then having that be the main event instead of the world title match, I think you can get away with it if it's like a very high profile match, a very big match as the main event in lieu of the world title match. Then yeah, I think you can. I think you're able to get away with it. For example, there's his match, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, who's main eventing because this was career versus streak. This was the major match that they've been building towards. Or like night one of WrestleMania 36, ironically another Undertaker match when he faced AJ Styles, having that one main event, and because that was a fairly big feud, and also because they put both the world title matches on night two, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so I think if you do it right and if it's a match that a lot of people are invested in and a lot of people want to see, then having that be the main event instead, I think could work, and it definitely worked here. And it's not like Shawn and Undertaker outshined the rest of the card, or 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 maybe I shouldn't say that because I feel like they kind of did, but more so that the match that follows up isn't in the shadow of this match like last year at Mania 25. No, this time this match does close out the show, and man, what a main event, one of the best main events. I cannot rant and rave about it enough. It is just truly a fantastic match. No amount of words here can do it justice. If I did have to nitpick, probably Undertaker injuring his leg did kind of suck, and him not being able to do a lot of like flying stuff because the leg was injured. So they didn't really do a whole lot of like crazy stuff. Shawn did do like the moonsault off the top rope to Undertaker through the announce table, but it wasn't like a big spot like at Mania 25 when Undertaker crashed into the cameraman. They weren't able to do that this year, but still, that's just a small thing in the grand scheme of things. A lot of people have debated for years which match was better, this match or their match at WrestleMania 25. And honestly, I'm kind of split down the middle because both matches are absolutely fantastic. And realistically, I feel like you can make the comparison. Not the comparison. You can make the argument for either match. Honestly, both matches are truly match of the night material. You can really make that argument for which match is match of the night. Not match of the night. The best match between the two. Which one was the better match? I feel like very feasible arguments can be made for either side, and there's be a lot of people that agree. But I will say, go check these matches out. If you haven't checked these matches out, go watch them like right now. like as soon as this video is over, or go on like Peacock or the W Network if you're in another country, of course, and go search up this match and watch it. If you have watched this match already, go watch it again because it is that fantastic. And their match at WrestleMania 25, both absolutely fantastic matches. They have definitely lived up to the hype. There's a reason why those matches are considered two of the best in WrestleMania history, and you're definitely able to see why if you go check out the matches. So go check out the matches. Go check out both Undertaker Shawn Michaels matches at WrestleMania. That's WrestleMania 25 and 26. In fact, I'm gonna do a duology where I combine the two reviews, so you can watch both of them. But I'm also gonna, of course, do this review as is and release that. But yeah, but just fantastic matches, fantastic stuff. And also, I don't know if you noticed, but I told you I was getting some AEW merch, and I got some. What AEW merch did I get? You'll have to find out as you watch the videos and see what T-shirt I come out with. But nevertheless, that's gonna do it for this review. And like I said, no amount of words for this match or their one at Mania 25 can do it justice. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor. Like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, turn on post notifications so you know every time I upload a video, so you can see as soon as it drops. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the match, your thoughts on my review of the match. Did you dislike the match? Did you dislike my review of the match? And if you have any match requests from me, just let me know in the comments below, or message me on my social medias. However you can get a hold of me, just let me know. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace.